Hello, today we are going to discuss about the anatomy of dicotyledonous stem. In young dicotyledonous stem, there are three distinct regions, that is the epidermis, cortex and the still region. In the epidermis consists of single layer of cell and it is the outermost layer of the stem. It consists of stomata and produce the various type of trichome. The outer cell wall are generally thickened and heavily cuticularized. The epidermal cells are compactly arranged and do not possess any intercellular spaces between them. So, in that epidermis, just below the epidermis, there is the region that is known as the cortical region. So, this cortical region, it is the innermost layer of the cortex, is the endodermis. So, basically, this cortical region are present in between the epidermis and the endodermal region. So, in between the epidermis and the endodermal region, the middle region that is known as the cortical region. Generally, the part of the cortex is situated between the epidermis and endodermis, which is generally divided into two zones, that is the parenchyma and the parenchymatous region. So, in the parenchymatous region, it is the inner side of the epidermis. There is usually the band of parenchyma. The cell of the parenchyma, it is the modified parenchyma cell with cellulose wall thickened at the angle where three or more cells are in contact. So, it means that these parenchymatous cells are compactly arranged, but their wall is thickened by a cellulose. The parenchyma resembles the parenchyma, which is being alive and having a moderate amount of the protoplast. The function of the parenchyma cells is that strengthening the material in succulent region which do not develop a much woody tissue, or in the soft young part of the woody plant before stronger tissue has been developed. So in that parenchyma cell of the stem sometimes contain chloroplast also and carry on photosynthesis. The next region of the cortical, that is the parenchyma region. The parenchyma cells are generally irregular in shape, having a thin wall and are not generally elongated in any direction. They are living cells and contain a moderate amount of protoplast. When they are exposed to the light, they develop chloroplast and it is known as the chlorene-chyma cells. So, these chlorene-chyma cells are thus only in special kind of the parenchyma cells. The parenchyma cells in the cortex of the stems are near enough to the light so that some or all of them develop a chloroplast and perform a function of photosynthesis. Then in some plant there is a presence of a sclerenchyma cells in cortical region. There are again two varieties of these sclerenchyma cells, that is the short or irregular shaped cell, that is known as the stone cells, and the sclerenchyma fiber. The sclerenchyma fibers are long, thick-walled, dead cells and serve as the strengthening material. Stone cells gives stiffness to the cortex, and the scleroid have been reported from the cortex of the many watery plants. The next is that the endodermis. The barrel shape of the endodermis is elongated, compact cell having no intercellular spaces between these endodermal cell. Usually the cell contains the starch grain, and thus the endodermis may be known as the starch sheath. So just below the endodermal there is the still region. The still is the part of the stem inside the cortex that is known as the still region. The still is consists of three regions, that is the pericyclic region, then vascular region and the pith region. So in that the pericyclic region, the region between the vascular bundle and the cortex, that is known as the pericycle. Generally, this pericycle is composed of parenchyma and sclerenchyma cell, but the sclerenchyma cell may be absent. The sclerenchyma may occurs in the separate patch. Many of the plant having the complete ring of the sclerenchyma cell, but here we find out the separate patch of the sclerenchyma cell is located. So this sclerenchyma patch or continuous formation of the parenchymatous cells. So this sclerenchymatous patches, it is known as the fibrous pericycle. It is known as the fibrous pericycle. So the next is that the vascular bundle. This is the vascular bundle. This vascular bundle, it is again the region of Stiller region. The vascular bundles are arranged in the form of broken ring. Each vascular bundles of three parts. The nearest center of the stem contains thick wall cell known as xylem. The peripheral portion of the bundle is composed of thick wall cell that is known as the phloem. The xylem and phloem are separated by a cambium layer which is composed of the meristematic cells. The vascular bundles are said to be the collateral and open type by the division of cambium layer. These cambium layer increase the size of vascular bundle by forming the xylem cell on the inner side and phloem cell on the outer side. This is the inner side of the xylem and outer side of the phloem cell. Here is the phloem cell and here the cambium ring is present. So, if the cambium ring is present between the xylem and phloem, that is known as the open type of vascular bundle. That is known as the open type of vascular bundle. In that the xylem, which is formed before the activity of cambium, which began to produce xylem and phloem cell, it is known as the primary xylem. It is known as the primary xylem. It consists of two parts. The xylem form nearest to the center of stem. It is known as protoxylem. This is the center of stem. Pith is the center of stem. And here we see the xylem, and that is known as the protoxylem. The more peripheral part of the primary xylem, which is known as the metaxylem, which is known as the metaxylem. So this is the protoxylem and this is metaxylem. The peripheral region of the xylem, that is known as metaxylem, and the central region of the xylem, that is known as the protoxylem. It means the xylem is composed of three different types of cell. We already studied this part, that is Tracheides cells, which include tracheids, vessels and wood fiber and wood parenchyma. Parenchyma cells in the xylem is known as the wood parenchyma. This serves mainly for the storage of food. The next is that the phloem. This is the phloem region. The primary phloem of the dicotyledonous stem consists of three regions. Here the phloem region, and this is the protoxylem and metaxylem. This is primary xylem. Basically protoxylem towards the center and metaxylem towards the phloem. So in phloem region, primary phloem of the dicotyledonous stem here again consists of three type of cell, that is the sieve tube, companion cell and phloem parenchyma. The sieve tubes consist of thin wall elongated cells arranged in vertical rows. The adjacent cell of the sieve tubes are united by a small hole in the cross wall, and the area on the wall of the sieve tube which contains such hole is known as the sieve plate. These three things, that is the sieve tube, companion cell and the phloem parenchyma, we already discussed in our second video, that is the types of phloem. So here the companion cells are small cells which are attached to the sieve tube. Each companion cell is the sister cell of the sieve cell. So here the phloem, this is the phloem region, complete phloem region contain a parenchyma cells whose structure is very similar to that of the other parenchyma cells. This is known as the this is all known as the phloem parenchyma. Here again this is the protophloem region and the lower, that is the metaphloem region. So in that the cambium lies in the layer of meristematic cell between the xylem and phloem, that is known as the cambium ring. This is vascular cambium ring which lies between the phloem and xylem region. This is phloem region and this is xylem region. In between xylem and phloem there is the cambium ring which is meristematic in cell. The cambium consists of single layer of cells which by the division give rise to the secondary xylem towards the center and secondary phloem towards the periphery. In that pith region, here is the pith region, means the vascular bundles are separated from each other by radial row of parenchymatous cells. So that radial row of parenchymatous cells, that is known as the pith rays. That is known as the pith rays. The pith rays cells are usually elongated in a radial direction. This serve primarily for the production of food and water radially in the stem and for the storage of food. So the next is that the pith. In dicotyledonous plant, the center of the stem is composed of thin walled parenchyma cells and known as pith. The cells have a distinct intercellular spaces between them. It means the parenchymatous cells are present here. So there is the intercellular spaces are present in parenchymatous cell. Now here we complete the anatomy of dicotyledonous stem.